Famous Creepers here, and today I'm gonna show you guys the 7 recommended cars that you should buy, and also as a great deal for your picking. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's start. So the first thing to recommend is the Tesla Model 3, or Model 3 as known in the game. This car is pretty slow when it's on stock, when it's level 1, and it literally passes only like about 83 to 84 miles per hour, unless if you're going up a hill and going down. But when you upgrade it to level 5, it's pretty good. It can reach up to 130 miles per hour and higher, and it has a very great acceleration when it's on level 5, and it's also has a very great braking, which it can stop like instantly. It has a decent off-roading, and it's on level 5. It's fast as the level 1 Lamborghini, which is something pretty good about it. But on the slow one, on level 1, it can just be even slower than the Camaro, which is like the default car. But overall, this car is pretty good. It has 4 seats, which is ideal if you have a lot of friends, and it's pretty good, and it's very cheap for only $16,000 in game. And I really recommend it as your first car to buy. But there's one major bad thing about it. The reverse speed is super bad, only just being 30 miles per hour. This is a very bad thing about it, because basically if you're trying to run away from a cop or something quickly, the 30 miles per hour won't help at all. Even a Camaro can even just catch it instantly. And this is one major disappointment about it. The second thing I can recommend is the Doom Buggy. Some videos might tell you it's not good and these stuff. It's actually super fast in acceleration, reaching the top max speed about less than a second, or maybe probably a second. And on the level 5, it can reach about 120 miles per hour. It's just good, like not faster than the Model 3, which is like almost 2.5 times cheaper. And the normal stock one is about 93 miles per hour, which is not that bad, faster than a Camaro probably. And the off-roading is pretty good. Like, you can really go up the mountains pretty good, but like not super good, but pretty good. Like, you can go up if you're trying to like go escape from the town, because there's like camping police. You can easily just escape instantly with the super fast speed. And yeah, but there's one major disappointment about it. If you're playing as a police, it's the worst car ever. It can literally go on top of the cars, and you want to be able to catch the criminals with it, which is one major disappointment about it. But the reverse speed is pretty good, reaching about 77 miles per hour on the level 5. I don't know if it's in the stock one or not, but it's actually pretty fast when you want to escape from police, as well as reverse. And this car and this vehicle is about 45,000 in-game dollars, and it's pretty good, and I really recommend it for you guys to buy it. And it also has 3 seats, which is pretty good. So the third thing that I recommend is the Challenger. The Challenger is $59,000 in game. On the stock, it can reach about 100 miles and higher. But on the level 5, it's super good. It can be faster than the Lamborghini, and it can reach about 190 miles per hour, and it fits for 4 seats, and it's a pretty great car, I should say. And yeah, and also what's really good about it is that in fact that it's like almost half the price cheaper as the Lamborghini, which is more expensive, and it can off-road is not good and it's really bad. But on the Dodge you get a better off-road, and yeah. So this is the third thing I recommend, and the reverse speed is also not that bad, and yeah. So the fourth thing that I recommend is the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is a pretty great vehicle, maybe a little bit or a little bit slower than the Lamborghini, but it's a pretty fast car, beating about 150 plus miles, like about 150 to 155 miles per hour at like maximum, and it has 6 seats. Four in the cab and 2 in the back, which is a pretty great deal for a 100,000 car. The Lamborghini does not have 6 seats; it only has 2, and the off-roading of the Lamborghini is so bad. But in this Cybertruck, the off-roading is pretty good. Sometimes it could fly a little bit, as you can see, but it's a pretty great car, and I really recommend it. And but it has a slower reverse speed, about 20 to 30 miles per hour or 40, something like that. And the level 1 is pretty slower than the Camaro probably, or as fast as the Camaro. But idea for this car, when you upgrade to level 5, it's a pretty fast car, and I recommend it so much than the Lamborghini. Lamborghini is quite a waste of money. When I bought it, it was so bad, and it can't literally pass where the museum railway is when you want to go up to the museum, which is pretty bad. But our car, when you use this, it's high. It can do a lot of things as the SUV, and it's an electric car, and which has great acceleration, and yeah, it has a great handling, and I actually recommend it so much because it's a pretty fast and great car. So the fifth thing I recommend is the Eclair. The Eclair is $500,000 in game, and it's a pretty fast car, I should say. The top speed of the car is really great, and it can be approximately, according to Jailbreak Wiki, about 285 miles per hour, which is something super fast in the game. Like, it's phenomenal max speed. And reverse speed is also pretty good, reaching about 76 miles per hour, which is a pretty fast, I should say. But there's faster than it, such as like the Buggy, which is like 1 mile faster than the Eclair. The level 1 Eclair is about 200 miles per hour, if I am correct, and it's a pretty great speed for a level 1 in stock in the game, which is pretty good. And it can off-road pretty well. Like, it can go up mountains. It can go great, and can go to deserts. And yeah, it's a pretty great car, and I really recommend it as your like first car if you wanna buy Roadster or not. But Roadster is gonna be the next thing that you guys are gonna see. And these both are really big kings in like the game, because they both are the best cars in the game, that as a police and prisoner. And yeah, so yeah, I actually really recommend this car so much. It has 2 seats, and it's really great, and the acceleration is quite awesome, and yeah, so it's a pretty great car. And also, it's pretty good when it jumps in ramps, and it's a great car for ramps and these stuff, because ramps are really important when you want to jump or escape from any cop, for example, or chasing any prisoner. So the number 6 thing I like is the Roadster. The Roadster is a pretty great choice for people who love acceleration, and which are is me. This car is really fast. Its brakings are phenomenal. They can just stop instantly. The acceleration is so fast, slower than Doom Buggy, which is like that's like instant the max speed. But this is like the max speed of this is like twice as fast. And the level 1 car of the Roadster is about 160 miles per hour, or 170 like maximum. And it's and also the off-road is not that bad. Sometimes it flies, but you can't compare it to the Cybertruck, which is really great, and I really like it if you have a lot of people. And basically, the problem with level 1 car that I've realized mostly that sometimes mostly flips more than the level 5. Like if there's like a small part that goes up or something, it glitches and then flips. And there was a known glitch that had like the UFOing, but some people said that it got fixed and these stuff, and I heard that Asimo fixed it or something, but I'm not really sure. But this car is pretty good. Like as you can guys see, it flipped. But this car is pretty good. I really like it. I've been using this almost every day as my main car, and yeah. So the reverse speed is not that bad. It's about 44 miles per hour. It's not, and it's like the best reverse speed of all of the 3 electric Teslas, which are like the Model 3 and the Cybertruck. So the last thing I recommend is the Airtel. The Airtel is a pretty great car, competitive as for the Roadster. Basically, the Airtel is 3-seat, which is like a very great deal for a cheap supercar, and better deal than the concept. Basically, the concept is like $2.5 million, and it only has 4 seats, like 1 seat more, which is like nothing. But the Airtel is 3 seats, and it's on $600,000, and it has great acceleration. Slower than the Clear a little bit, but it's and the max speed is about 235 miles at level 5, and at level 1 it's 155 to 160 miles. Their braking is super fast, only 0.5 milliseconds slower than the Roadster, and basically reverse speed of the level 5 only that I know is about 70 miles, probably 60 to 70 miles, and this car is pretty good. I really recommend it, and its handling is pretty good, and the off-roading is really good. It's like it flies in a nice way. It's called Airtel, so there's like air, so it flies. It off-roads really well. And the weird thing about it is the sound of the engine when it's in a high speed. It almost sounds like the Lamborghini and the Eclair, like both in in one part for some reason, which is pretty weird. And yeah, so if you want a really fast acceleration and fast braking speed, you can pick the Roadster. But if you want 3 seats and a good car, it's the Airtel for you.